last year was a COVID year. Pretty much everybody had a different kind of season, a shortened season. Some people didn't have a season at all. You guys played probably a third of a regular season, a fourth of a regular season. But talk to me about what your season was like, your first season, your freshman year.
So okay, so it wasn't anything like I really expected because like going in like the summer going into like my freshman year, we had full intentions of playing a whole season. Like that was our plan. We were waiting on our schedule to be released, and with like the COVID restrictions not being like uplifted or like softening up, our schedule just kept on getting smaller and smaller. So they kept on pushing back our start dates. And so like we had to practice for like I'd say 5 months with a mask. And when I tell you that it was dreadful. It was like really bad. And so going into our first game, which was in February, so we only had a month, like probably like I'd say like mid-February, that's when we like had our first actual game. Our conference and our school decided that we could play all the way to conference, but we can't move on to the tournament because we don't have enough games, so we're not eligible anyways. But they didn't want us as a school to like um, expose ourselves to like other people because they wanted to keep our campus and students safe. But just playing like my freshman year, like playing here, it was like the team, the environment, the stadium, stuff like that. It's awe. Like I was in awe. Like it's amazing. Like to like be like I'm a college athlete. I'm playing. I'm competing. Stuff like that. It kind of sucked because we didn't have people in the stands because like that's where you like really get your energy from. Like you feed off of it. But like not having them, it kind of made it like feel like AAU. You know what I mean? Like you're just hooping like just with like your team, but not like having anyone to like to watch. But winning, like we won our conference last year. We played 8 games. But winning it felt like a reward for like practicing so much with not having anything to like practice for, you know what I mean? Like it gave us something to look forward to. So, and then as a team, like for a team wise, like we all struggled in the beginning of the year. We no one liked wearing masks during practice, and it just like winning, it really like gave us like yeah, like I said, it gave us a reward. Like we really earned it. You know what I mean?
For sure. Last year was a tough year for pretty much everybody, sports, life in general, period. So I just told myself like I couldn't really complain too much about what wasn't going right because there was people that were going through worse. There's people dying. There's people that are severely sick, losing family members, all kind of stuff. People that didn't get a chance at all to have a season from the beginning of the year. So I just
Yeah.
told myself to just that should just have a positive mindset about being able to have the opportunity to play. We didn't play a full season, but we played a decent enough amount of games. But yeah, we practiced for 60 days, 70 days straight. We practiced from a regular start date, like October, November, all the way to
Mhm.
January. And then we started playing in January. So it was definitely pretty dreadful too. You know how that goes, practicing for days and days and days with no
Yeah.
games, not playing against anybody else, seeing the same people, same COVID protocols, all kind of stuff. It definitely was a tough year for sure, but I was happy that we were able to at least get a chance to compete. Like you said, I felt like it was pretty much like a scrimmage every time we played with no fans. It was just like playing that, like you said, like an AAU game, that 8 o'clock in the morning AAU game that
Mhm.
nobody was at. Like it was like that to me too.
With that too, like mental health was a serious thing. Like I'll say like with athletes, that was probably one of the hardest times to like for them to deal with because it puts like a toll on your body and just like you're going to practice, but like what I mean? Like usually like there's preseason, which is like lasts a couple weeks and then you have games like right then and there. But like this is like a preseason that lasted like 6 months. You know what I mean? So like it really put everyone on edge and like put everyone like it just like irritated and you know what I mean? Like it just really like it really took a toll on people.
Definitely. I say the word would be for me, it was draining. Like just having to
Mm.
practice every day. Like you said, practicing is hard, but once you get into the season, it's not necessarily always as hard because you know you're playing once, twice a week. You know you're gonna have a couple of days off from practice. You playing against other people. It's like fresh to see competition that's not your teammates. And your practices usually aren't as hard. Like in the preseason, you just getting after it every day. You
Yeah.
a couple times a week. Like it's real tough. It's like a fall camp for football, but usually it's about the same amount of time. So I definitely see where you come from. Last year was definitely rough. Draining was the word I would.
Yeah, that's probably the best word to put it. Like it was very draining.